So it's Hollywood is an industry on its knees. It really is. And, here's the thing. They presented front upon front upon front upon front, right? Just like the BBC. Everything is awesome, right? They kept presenting a front. I don't think they can do it anymore, right? I don't think there's a front to present anymore. I think they are genuinely up shit creek, and good for them. Why? Because of shit like this. Oh, Captain Carter, that was awful. During the London Equity rally, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 star, Haley Atwell admitted that Hollywood is an industry on its knees. I wonder why. As the Screen Actors Guild of American Federation of TV and Radio Arts actors strike in its second week, and they thought they would last 10 seconds, right? Members of the United Academy of Equity, including Succession star Brian Cox, Mission Impossible star Haley Atwell, and Selma star David Oyelowo, whoever he is, came out in solidarity in London's Leicester Square. Yes, let's go to the place of wealth and privilege in the centre of town. That makes us relatable. Oh, look, here's the Just Stop Oil people. They won't let us get there. I see they got the butler from Downton Abbey, whatever his name is. I can never look at him the same way, because there was an episode of Jonathan Creek where he was stopping a schoolgirl, and they had pictures of him stopping a schoolgirl on it, and it was yes, you looked at him differently from there on in. Despite declaring unwavering solidarity with the American counterparts since the strike started, the UK anti-trade union laws state that the SAG-AFTRA members currently working under Equity UK collective bargaining agreement should continue to report to work. Okay, nevertheless, Equity General Secretary Paul Fleming told Deadline, we are not going to have the UK use as a backdoor to undermine the SAG-AFTRA dispute. Good. Again, stop making your shit. As somebody who consumes your shit, stop making it, right? But the acolyte gets stopped being made? Oh, no. Boo-hoo. Oh, dear. That we won't get that. SAG is an excellent union, but in the US, we don't have a national health service. So what is important at SAG actors is health, and they need that. The X-Men United star told Deadline. Who are we talking about? That's why they need their residuals. Yeah, darling. Nobody else gets residuals, right? Nobody else gets residuals, and most people's top of the career don't get like $3 or $4 million per job per 3 months, right? Or like 15, 20 million, or the paydays that you people get, right? I'm sorry. I again, and it was fine when you entertained us. Bread and fucking circuses, morons. It was fine when but you spent the last 6 years wagging your fucking idiot fingers at us, right? Okay, I'm going to give you an example why no one gives a shit, right? Why no one gives a shit about these actors. Do you remember? Trump's about to be charged for inciting an insurrection on January 6th. So what was going on there is a lot of people felt that it was completely ridiculous to pretend Joe Biden got 81 million votes, and everything smelled very dodgy. And there was lots and lots and lots of unanswered questions, which to this day remain unanswered. Right? All the courts passing it and standing, they didn't look at any evidence, and it was the last ditch hope. The last ditch hope was to say tell the electors to not nominate Joe Biden, because clearly it didn't happen. And they said that's an insurrection. That is an insurrection. Well, really, let me cast your mind back to 2016, where the actors and what the actors were saying at the end of at the beginning of 2017.
Of the Electoral College, this message is for you. As you know, our founding fathers built the Electoral College to
Hi, I played the president, so you've got to trust me.
Safeguard the American people from the dangers of a demagogue, and to ensure that the presidency only goes to someone who is to an eminent degree endowed with the requisite qualifications.
Wait, one second. eminent degree endowed with the requisite commendations. Israel's president, Herzog, was in America recently, who is, let me tell you, a chinless prick, right? An absolute moron who was funded beyond funded in the last election. No, 2 elections go by 3 elections go by. Obama failed completely. BB just ate this guy up for dinner. So anyway, he went to meet Biden. Let's look at the person who is eminently qualified.
Israelis and Palestinians together at a political level,
What the fuck?
And Aqua and Paul Schramm. Yeah. And as
he's like, yeah.
I affirmed the Prime Minister.
Yeah, eminently fucking qualified. Now, this sagging piece of shit has got about $21 million in bribes so far, unaccounted for. Yeah, this piece of shit has a son who traffic hookers across straight lines so he can make porn with them. Why are you recording? Again. I've asked this question many times. If you're going to accept bribes because your father's the vice president and live very well off it, and you're going to get unlimited hookers to do unspeakably fun things to you. Unspeakably fun, right? Why would you then document it? Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be? But anyway, Emily, so I wonder if they're saying the same thing.
Degree. Someone who is highly qualified for the job.
Okay, glad, highly qualified.
The Electoral College was created
By the way, you dumb cunts, do you remember back when Trump was president, when we had money and world peace? Now, do you not like those things, money and world peace? I know you cunts like money, right? I know you like your money. Do you like world peace? Because I liked world peace. Life was better with that, right? Everything was better when Trump was fucking president. Now, again, are you going to come out and say, "Oh, let's try and fix this"? No, because you've got egg on your idiot faces, and because you look like you are authoritative, you're using that to get people to commit an act of insurrection, which is what you would call it 4 years later.
specifically to prevent an unfit candidate from becoming president.
There are 538 members of the Electoral College. You
and just 36 other conscientious Republican electors could make a difference.
By voting your conscience on December 19th.
And thereby shaping the future of our nation.
Yeah. What's the future? How did that work out? You fucking morons! How did it work out? How could you be so relentlessly fucking wrong and then pretend it never happened?
I'm not asking you to vote for Hillary Clinton.
I'm not asking you to vote for Hillary Clinton.
I'm not asking you to vote for Hillary Clinton.
God, this stuff is such a tired format now. It's had the piss taken out of it so many times.
As you know, the Constitution gives electors the right to vote for any eligible person.
Where were you in 2020 then? You lying dumb cunts!
Any eligible person, no matter which party they belong.
Oh no, the actors are on strike. What shall we fucking do? Watch them starve is what we should fucking watch them do after this patronizing shit. For years, you took every bit of entertainment out and you put this ridiculous wrong message where you've been proved wrong 1 billion fucking times over into fucking everything. And that was before injecting all your sexual perversion in it. And that was before you say, "Oh no, don't look at the child sex trafficking." Be quiet there, Manuel. Get that back in your mouth.
But it should certainly be someone you consider especially competent.
Especially competent.
Again.
Israelis and Palestinians together.
Especially competent. And this is just one clip. He falls upstairs. Do you not remember the Afghanistan withdrawal? Especially fucking confident. Look what he's done to the economy.
As President of the United States of America.
By voting your conscience.
You know, and if any of you people could follow your conscience and say, "You know what? We were completely wrong and we're sorry," you would have some support now. But you don't. You don't, because he just made shit. You talked down to us, you were wrong, and you couldn't admit it, and you can't say, "I hope you all lose your fucking homes," right? I hope you have to live like the rest of us fucking live.
You and other brave Republican electors can give the House of Representatives the option to select a qualified candidate for the presidency.
I stand with you.
Why do you think you have any idea what you're talking about? And again, have any of these people said any form of mea culpa? Anything?
I stand with you.
I stand.
No, you don't stand with me. That's the fucking thing. You didn't stand with me. You didn't stand with me then. You didn't stand with me in 20, and you don't stand with me now. So we don't fucking stand with you. In fact, we can't fucking stand you.
With you.
I stand with you in support and
I certainly don't stand with you. I have no idea who you are.
solidarity with conservatives, independents, and liberals.
And all citizens of the United States.
I'll stand with you. Who's that? I don't know, but okay, you can stay.
Of the United States.
The American people.
Although
And
maybe
all
get,
citizens of the United States.
although again, maybe get a boob job, darling. Okay. Other than that, you can stay.
Citizens of the United States.
The American people trust that your voice speaks for us all.
And
Again, where were you in 2020? Were you with the January 6th people? No, of course not. It's an insurrection. You cried. You grabbed your pearls.
That you will make yourself heard through the constitutional responsibility granted to you by Alexander Hamilton himself.
What is evident is that Donald Trump lacks more than the qualifications to be president.
Again, what are the metrics? What were the metrics? Again, best economy of our lives and world peace. So much money that you could go and scream and scream and scream and do what and live a life any way you wanted to, and it still wasn't good enough.
He lacks the necessary stability.
No, you lack humility to just say, I was very clearly wrong.
And clearly the respect for the Constitution of our great nation.
Oh, really? The Constitution? Have you seen how? Yeah, I have to tell you. I was saying this to a friend of mine in the synagogue on Friday. It's when I grew up, in the 70s and 80s, my dad loved America, right? And my mom loved it because it was so cool. America was the coolest place ever, right? The land of opportunity. And it was. Your class didn't matter, which is very different from England in the 70s and 80s, right? Pretty different now. It didn't matter. If you had a good idea and drive and determination, you could make something incredible, right? That was the promise of America. And you did. I remember we went there in the late 70s on vacation, went to Toys R Us, blew my mind. I got a little C-3PO action figure model kit, right? I just never saw anything that incredibly. And I loved America. And it wasn't just the funness and the coolness of it. It was the incredible opportunity of it, right? The incredible a government buy-in for the people, right? And I know you never achieve that in reality, but to have that as a goal, right? America is the only place that could come up with the idea of Superman, right? And because it was up until then might made right. America and the American morality had the idea of the strong helping the weak, right? The Germans, they took the idea of the Übermensch, the super being, and they made the Nazis. The Americans took the idea of a super being and made Superman. Do you see the difference, right? And it really was. It's been a shining jewel in history. And I really can't speak highly enough of America. And I'm not saying it's perfect and it's never done. Yes, there's a lot of bad shit that's happened. I agree with you, right? I agree with you completely. But to see how Joe Biden has destroyed America, has destroyed it on a real fundamental level. The racial hatred he has stoked, right? The weaponization of the Department of Justice. It's a third world banana fucking republic. Where are you now? Right? You destroyed the bloody world. You were wrong about everything. And now you want us to boo-hoo over your fucking residuals? Fuck you!
You have position,
the authority, and the opportunity to go down in the books as an American hero
who changed the course of history.
And again, I'm sure you said the same thing on January 6th, right?
And you have my respect.
You have my respect.
I couldn't give a shit. I couldn't give a shit about your respect. You do not have my respect.
Respect.
For your patriotism.
And service to the American people. Unite for America.
Support the electors. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Full of shit. That's who you people are. And you expect us to worry about you now? Really? Oh, shit. Can I pull up let's see if I can find. See if I think it's a Meryl Streep award was accepted. Meryl Streep award. Awards Trump. Hang on. Let's we'll put that into the 5 minute. I'm going to put a 5 minute thing. Here. 1 second. YouTube downloader. Where'd it go? YouTube downloader online. And you expect our support now? Good God. We stand with you. Really? First time that's happened in a while. And again, if you could have got away with all this bullshit if you just made TV and movies that we could watch without wanting to vomit in our own fucking mouths, right? You could have gone for that as well, but no. This is just to remind you of the patronizing shit we've had over the last 7 years.
Job is to enter the lives of people. An actor's only job is to enter the lives of people who are different from us.
Oh, really? You have had nothing but contempt for people different from you, right? Absolutely nothing but contempt for people different from you. Like relentless contempt, I would say.
And let you feel what that feels like. And there were many, many, many powerful performances this year that did exactly that. Breathtaking, compassionate work. But there was one performance this year that stunned me. It sank its hooks in my heart. Not because it was good. There was nothing good about it.
Again, 70 million people voted for them. And you, with all your millions of dollars and your friendship with rapists, right? You're good friends with Weinstein. That embarrassment, right? Yeah, all those women, all those fucking Me Too women that were raped, and you fucking knew about it, and you're sitting there moralizing?
It was that moment when the person asking to sit in the most respected seat in our country imitated a disabled reporter.
Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense and lies, right? Okay, you have Trump was talking about a reporter who lied, who said a bunch of shit about him like they all fucking do, right? And he goes, I don't want to ask him. And he said, oh, I don't know, like that. That's how he did. That's how he mocks everybody, or did at the time. And then they freeze-framed a video of him looking the same way. You're absolutely lying, and I don't know if you believe you're lying or not, right? But it's feeding into your prejudice, right? You getting in the lives of why don't you get in the lives of a MAGA voter, right? And try and understand them.
Someone he outranked in privilege, power, and the capacity to fight back.
Really? Really? Didn't seem like he outranked him in power, in privilege, or the capacity to fight back. I don't see anybody talking shit about that guy 24/7, or indeed looking into the reality of the story.
And this instinct to...
Oh, it's so serious. Look at Emily Blunt. Oh, we're so brave. We're so stunning. I hope you never, ever get the deal you want. I hope you are replaced by AI.
Humiliate when it's modeled by someone in the public platform.
What, you mean like you're doing now to 70 million Americans?
By someone...
At least, what was it? Colin, whatever his name is. Not Powell, what's his name? Colin Farrell is like, fuck me, I shouldn't be here. This is going to work out badly.
Powerful. It filters down into everybody's life because it kind of gives permission for other people to do the same thing.
Oh, you are? Like you do?
Disrespect.
And Denzel's like, fuck me, this is going to work out badly. Denzel Washington is just relentlessly good. Anyway, we remember. We remember how awful you actors were. And we're glad you need our help now. Back in the Lord of the Rings War of the Rohan star, claim was Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 star Haley Atwell, who quoted Deadline, who claimed that 87% of the SAG AFTRA members don't earn enough to qualify for health. Couldn't get a job then. Get a fucking job. How about that? Ever think of that? Get a fucking job. There's an illusion that if you're seen on telly, you're going to be fine, but that's not the case. As the Captain Carter start of Deadline, that's not the industry we live. Listen, your industry is a result of your choices. You know what really drove me to, right? Wasn't that it was partly you had pieces of shit that said, I will give you third lead in this Geico commercial ad if you suck my dick. Yeah, that's half the equation. The second half of the equation is a number of women said, oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll do that, no problem. Get on your knees. This is not an industry that's thriving. It's an industry on its knees. It's an industry that deserves to die, and I'm happy to see it go. And you know what? The Sound of Freedom proves that. The Sound of Freedom proves we can get great entertainment outside of the Hollywood model. Right, and I think that's the way, and it's going to get much cheaper as AI comes around. Lion Girl star David Aruru then explained that Cox's statement, expanded on Cox's statement by discussing the growing inequity in Hollywood. The gap between the haves and have-not in our industry is widening at an alarming rate. Yes, because the producers are greedy cunts. Essentially, so it's costing studios about $600,000 per week. That's nothing. That is nothing. That doesn't even know. Although John Boyega's like, maybe I will dance for you like a little bitch again. My name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.